So I figured it out. Finally, bro. Finally, I figured it out. You know, the the answer to the question. It's a pretty popular question. You know, I figured this shit out. Why it is the way it is. I know what a woman's purpose is on this planet, y'all. I know. The answer is here. And it's really simple. So, it's a book that I read. It's always good to revisit that book. The name of the book is called, The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. I don't know if you say Deida. I don't know, but it's spelled like D-I-E or D-I, D-I-E-D-A or some shit. It's weird, but anyway, pretty good book. All the fellas, all the broskies, should, have a copy. I think, it's a good book. And the book talks about, spiritual, like kind of how to navigate or, things dealing with spiritual, and temptation and like challenges of like daily work life, spiritual kind of dealing with women and daily life and stuff like that. It's pretty good. In the book, it's a script that it's a sentence of script that I remember up in the book, and it basically says your woman. He was like, don't ever expect the shit to be easy. He was like, your woman is there to challenge you. Period. Hands down. That's what she does. That's what it is. Like, she's there to challenge you, mentally, spiritual, whatever kind of way. Like, that is what a woman does, bro. She's there to challenge you. And when I think about it, it adds up to a previous thoughts that I've had. And I've said to myself, I say, hey, women are like kids, bro. Because, kids do that, right? Like, kids, that's the freaking job of a kid to like, yo, yeah, how can I test? How can I try? How can I, today? How can I test Pops out today? How can I try my mama today? You know what I mean? How can I try this adult today? Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to jump on this. I'm going to play with this and break that. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go here. I'm going to mess with that. Like that's just what kids do. Right? And transform into your adult life. You got your adult body going, right? Your adult responsibilities and whatnot. As a man, and dealing with women I hear, or you hear, a lot of like, I don't know about y'all, but dealing with women, I hear a lot of like, it's always something, right? It's always like, it's basically, I don't know if y'all heard it or not before. And I'm not saying that women can't operate out of logic, but at times they're known to be illogical, right? Like, if you agree with that, you know what I'm saying? That's like, they can be illogical as freak, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, men, we kind of more deal along the logic side, but women got, rather it's, that time of the month or emotions, whatever, da, da, da. Like, so it's like, sometimes it's like, it's not all that logical when you're dealing with a woman, opposed to, a man sometimes, at times. So basically, you're asking me to, in a sense, in a way, it's like, as a man, your duty, your job, we're put here on earth to deal with, right? To take care of, have a responsibility of, to, over some women, not all women, right? Or the women that we choose, the daughters that we birth, the daughters that we father, or whatever. So it's like, you want me to, in a sense, not conquer, but try to provide, in a way, some type of overall, like, pleasant experience, and bring about happiness, or consistent happiness, to this illogical being, right? Like, this female vessel that, is up, that's on a lot of occasions, or a lot of times, a lot of, situations, scenarios, they're up, they're down, right? Everybody can be that. They're up, they're down, they're known to be illogical. When you do stuff, it's not enough. You do the right thing, it's not enough, or it's too good, or it's too right, or it's too perfect, right? That's the thing. Or, you're boring because, you don't ever do the, for whatever reasons, right? Like, you're asking me, or I'm required, in a way, when I choose that individual, and take full responsibility over him, right? To balance all of that out. Like, and just in short, like, think about the sense that makes. And I know people are like, say like, hey, it's not my job really to make another person happy. Like, you got to be happy before that, and da da da. Okay, I get it. I see what you're saying. I can dig that. But And a lot of these situations, obviously, I think a lot of men, they want to see their women happy, the women in their life happy, right? More times than not. I think so, personally. We enjoy, a good man likes to see the women that he care about in his life happy. Daughter, mama, sister, auntie, grandma, uh, childhood friend, wife, obviously, girlfriend, side chick, right? Like, so where I'm going with this and what I'm thinking here, I'm like, going back to what he said. So you want me to deal with that, and the challenge is to, I guess, in a way, kind of consistently or make this person happy or feel good. And I don't think it's a endless feel good feeling, right? Because nobody can feel good all the time. Nobody can be happy all the time, right? But that's the crazy part, and that's the beauty of it, because it's like, in a way, in some like twisted, sick way, and like, to a degree, because it's like, okay, even when you're doing everything right, it's like, oh, you get the scenarios where you're just too nice. What? So you so fucked up to where if a nigga doing everything pretty much right, you have an issue because he's being too nice, or he's treating you too good. And I think the overall lesson in this is exactly what David Deida was saying in the book. Like, your woman is there to challenge you. Your woman is there to have you strive to be the best version of yourself, to have you overcome and be perfection. Even though we'll never reach perfection, right? It don't exist, right? But check this out. This is why I say this. Because when we think back, I'm gonna say this. Women are the original dirtbags. They are the original issue. They are the original problem. They are the original sinners. Okay? And women, y'all gonna like this. But I think it's easier, and I think it works when men if we just come to accept the fact that women are crap. And they're there to consistently and constantly challenge us to see how good, how close to perfection we can get, how good of a man we can be, how good of a man we can become, how much we can, what's our capacity, right, to deal with stress, drama, challenges, adversity, like all the things that a woman can bring, right? And I'm not saying that men can't do that, right? Like vice versa in a relationship. But I think that's what it's about. And it's really a stop expecting and stop damn near hoping that it's just it's gonna be this one day where, yeah, oh yeah, me and my woman, we just extensive, you know, happiness on that side, you know. It's not. We know that. It's almost like when they say happy life, happy wife. And I feel I sound like a simp right now, probably. I'm sure. I'm 1,000%. I'm 1,000%. I sound like a simp right now. But that is the only way I think I can justify this whole thing. Bro, they are the original dirtbags. They are the original crappies. They are the original, sinners. and I still haven't got to the reason why I'm telling you this. Because of Eve. If you believe the biblical, description, scenario, situation that happened with Adam and Eve in the garden, and Eve was finessed, and we say, oh, well, we just blame that on the devil, okay? The serpent. But to me, it doesn't gloss over like that so easy. It don't gloss over that so easy. Right? That's their job, is to create problems, dilemma, situations, issues for us to see, to test our capacity, to test our patience, to test our level of understanding, to test, our level of sympathy, to test our level of, bro, they ain't nothing but a walking goddamn me SAT quiz or test or whatever big test that you got, right? And like I say that because dating back, Eve brought them problems into the whole shebang. Oh shit, I ate that apple. Don't go expecting that woman to, you know what I mean? You might get a good one. We are all flawed. Alright? Stop expecting, fellas. Enjoy when it's good, and when they tap into their inner crappiness, say, I'm glad you're back. Say, I'm glad you're back. I knew you wouldn't leave. I knew you wouldn't be gone for long. It's in your DNA. It's in your bloodline. You gotta do it. So come on with it. And I think overall this is a more spiritual thing. So if you're not kind of looking through a spiritual lens. If you ain't got your spiritual glasses, your spiritual shades on. That's what Dick Gregory used to say, something like that. If you don't got your spiritual shades on, the magic glasses, right? Like, you can't see that. That's something that you can't really see, that you ain't really looking, you know what I'm saying? So God and spirituality, things of that nature kind of got to be, you know, in play with a scenario and a situation like this. You know, you got to understand that, like, that they put them here, you know, for pleasure and to enjoy and stuff, things of that nature. I'm sure, to love, to, you know, to cherish, just like the vows say, you know. But yeah, to see how godly, you know, how in sync with God we can become. Because think about it. If we think about God, spirituality, Jesus, and the whole story, the whole shebang, right? How would God love your wife? How would God love his child, right? We all children of God. You know, it's kind of like, you know, the way they describe it, it's nothing that we can do that just kind of removes us from the grace of God, so to speak. You know, we do this, we fall short, you know, by the wayside. We screw up. We disobey. All these things, right? Repeatedly, time after time, again and again, right? And he still gives us another chance, gives us another day, gives us another opportunity. That's the unconditional, right? So in a sense, it's like overall your woman challenging you, testing you, to display the love of God. So when your woman say, hey, you know, no, I just want somebody to da-da-da-da-da and do this and, you know, be like this with me and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, but nigga ain't gonna do that, you know, when shit, you know, you carrying on and doing this and blah, 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 blah. God would. I ain't God. We know. But how close can you get to him? I know that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. But that shit, the more and more, bro, this week, I've started entertaining that thought, and that shit start to make some type of crazy ass sense to me. Am I in a place to maneuver and be? No freaking way. My patience ain't there. My understanding ain't there. My logic ain't there. Like none of that's there. Finna put me through that. Let that overtake me. Damn near kill me because a woman doing this, and I'm just supposed to love her through everything. Now, take all that with a grain of salt. That's just a perspective. That's just an opinion. That's just some crazy left field thoughts that I done recently had because I don't have an answer for the answers that I tend to hear, so much, you know, they don't tend to answer what, what we need and what I feel like they don't tend to make sense, at times, or this side of it where there's an argument there, and at the end of the day, I guess all this can be summed up, and what I'm saying is the answer is love. As crappy as a person wants to be, right? Like, we understand that, like, okay, they fuck up. This person gonna mess up, bro. This person gonna make you mad. This person gonna upset you. This person gonna hurt you. That's a part of them. They're capable. Very. They gonna let you down. But that's a part of the challenge. Life's challenge. The journey. Are you like, yeah, I know. This person going through a phase right now. This person going through a rough patch right now. Well, why does person act like that? Why does person do that? Some childhood trauma shit. Oh, something used to take place between her and a family member or whatever. Right? Like, yeah. Growing up, she experienced this growing up. That kind of got her, of the mindset. You know what I mean? That she need to do this. She done been hurt. This person done been hurt. Obviously, right? Everybody. So they try to protect themselves. They always trying to, they don't ever want to open up. They can't trust. And to the women who hearing this, it ain't even, it's not a plea to, well, women should be able to do that type of love, share that type of love, and like, it's almost, that ain't, I don't think that's what I'm necessarily calling for in this situation. You gonna try to hold the women accountable? Responsible? You see how that be going? Yeah, right. Okay. So, most of the time the conversation go like, they already got a bunch of, accountability issues as far as the women go and shit like that. I mean, so I don't really expect to look forward, but, and this ain't a who hurt you, conversation, a discussion. Everybody done been hurt. I hate when people say that. Everybody done been hurt. So, but, like I say, if you got the magic glasses on, the magic ear pods, and you can hear it, and you can see this, and it makes sense to you, I mean, take it for what it is. It's just a thought, honestly. That's what I'm sharing. A thought. That's all. It's not going off the deep end. It's different to think about, I think. But in some crazy way, to me, it kind of makes sense. And it's a challenge. Do we ever overcome that challenge? Probably not. But it's all within the circle of life, basically, apparently. So, you know, um, I'm gonna leave the fellas with something that I read out of that book, The Way of the Superior Man. And what it was saying was, um, what it was saying was, it was saying